Tom, tell us more about some of the investments that you have made and some of the startups that you have in your portfolio.
I'll speak broadly across a couple of themes. One is around agriculture and logistics, which are a big focus of ours, and actually we have a handful of investments between the two funds that we manage. Particularly, we look at opportunities where there's a direct engagement with farmers. And I mentioned India is the second largest producer of fruit and vegetable in the world. It's also the largest dairy market in the world. It has the most number of cows in the world. But across both of those, it's the least efficient, meaning an Indian cow gives significantly less milk than a US or a Swiss cow. So there are opportunities there to, if you can get marginally more out of the ground, whether you're growing potatoes or cauliflower, or if you can get a couple of additional liters of milk out of the cow, you can significantly improve a farmer's livelihood. For us, the interesting opportunity there is how do you actually get the vegetables or the milk from the farm gate to the end consumer? And so logistics are a huge focus of ours. Provision of cold chain, provision of cold storage, which again, many in the US might take for granted, but those are opportunities yet to be built. And so we think agri-logistics is an incredibly interesting and exciting space. Another theme that we think is quite exciting is around access to finance. The Indian markets are in many ways very constrained by the regulatory environment that prohibits debt from freely flowing into the market. We see very interesting takes on non-traditional banking models that can use additional forms of data to assess credit quality. Right, and so in the U.S. it's fairly straightforward. You might have a FICO score, you might have clean access to a title, or your house or your mortgage. They may be fairly easy to understand what your actual assets are and lend against that. It's much more difficult in India, especially for small business that may not have a clean title, that may not have the same kinds of records and accounting and bookkeeping. So there's a very interesting big data play around psychometric analysis and determining whether or not someone is a good credit risk, and therefore being able to lend to that person.